An enemy that renders your visions useless. This forest holds many surprises. Not least creatures we've never seen before. And now we know there is another who can use the Monado.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet him.
So you weren't just having a sneaky nap then?
No.
I'm just saying. You and Dunban are the only ones I know that can wield the Monado. How would this guy know how?
Okay, locked and loaded. Everyone, stand back.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's coming round. All thanks to our medic.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Ah! Hey, watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to...
Sorry if we surprised you.
Are you the ones who helped me?
Well, something like that.
Excuse me. My name is Melia. Forgive my indiscretion. I have not had the pleasure of coming into contact with the male Homs.
Coming into contact?
Hey, Shulk, you're creeping this lady out.
Shut up, Ryan.
This large one is far worse.
Me?
Melia, is it? How did you get here then? What, is there no one with you?
I must apologize, but my situation does not concern you. And I shall not be divulging anything to common passers-by.
Duly noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold, I'm guessing that you didn't come here alone. And you weren't just taking an afternoon nap.
And what, may I ask, are you doing here? It is rare to see Homs venture this deep into Machna Forest.
We're traveling to the head of the Bionis. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
The head of the Bionis?
We were just figuring out how to get there when we found you.
I see. Then permit me to return the favor by aiding you in your quest.
Really?
There is only one path to the head of the Bionis. It is the path that leads to Erith Sea.
So, this Erith Sea is at the head of the Bionis.
If you would be kind enough to escort me out of the forest, I will show you the way.
You do that? Thank you, Melia. I'm Shulk. Pleased to meet you.
Shulk? Ah, yes. Likewise.
She's a bit high and mighty. But she's a Homs too, right? Why is she here alone?
Ain't got a clue. Ask her yourself. I'm not good with her posh accent.
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon village? That's where we've been heading. We reckon it's our best chance of making it to the top.
Since inhabiting the region, the Nopon have been a great help. You can travel to Erith Sea from their village.
It's settled. We'll make our way to the Nopon village.
Very well. The Nopon inhabit a giant tree. If we follow this trail, we will be safe.
Well, the adventure continues. We met a mysterious man, and also we have a new party member in tow. Sup gamers, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. It's Silver. Last time, we proceeded into Machna Forest, and found an unconscious Melia. And even more so, encountered an even more mysterious man named Alvis, who appeared to have possessed the ability to wield a Monado, similar to Shulk. This time, complete with a new party member, I would like to not go into that, but rather change my party around. Because Melia is indeed playable, and Melia also comes with a few gem slots, so I'd like to go ahead and fill those out real quick. So I just decided to give her an Ether Up 2 gem that I had on Shulk and just give Shulk the Agility Up 1. I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of gem crafting, you know, in the not too distant future. But this is good enough for Melia for now. So, moving on. Beware of monsters with spike attacks. From Magna Forest onwards, you will encounter monsters with spike abilities. These monsters can automatically deal damage and inflict debuffs on a party member in certain circumstances. Spike damage cannot be lessened by increasing physical defense or ether defense. There are different types of spike abilities. There are 3 types. Counter spikes, where the monster will deal damage or inflict debuffs when attacked. This is the most basic form of a spike. From going forward, you will just find monsters that will just deal this damage upon being struck. Down spikes. The monster deals damage or inflicts debuffs when attacked if it is suffering from topple. These enemies exist just to be a dick whenever you're going in for your standard break topple day strats. And the close spike. The monster deals damage or inflicts debuffs if a party member gets too close. We saw this form of spike back on Bionis' leg with Immovable Gonzalez. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Combating spike attacks. We can either use Monado Purge, which will remove auras as well as spikes, and spike defense gems will reduce spike damage. But yeah, and in addition to that, counter spikes can be neutralized by inflicting topple. Going into that, yeah, spikes are my least favorite part of the game's battle system. As in the original game, a lot of these spikes are very much unseen until you actually, hit them for the first time. Now in Definitive Edition, you can see if an enemy has a counter spike or a close spike just by, looking at their portraits. If you see those spikes, around them. Down spikes, on the other hand, are still a pain in the ass because the spikes will not appear until, well, they are actually toppled. On a different note, I would like to actually go into my tutorials because there is actually a tab for Melia now. We're going to go over Melia as a whole. Her talent art is Elemental Discharge. Don't laugh, this is actually one of the more busted arts in the entire game. My talent art is Elemental Discharge. If I summon an elemental, I can use this art without worrying about the talent gauge. Remember, each elemental discharge refills the talent gauge. When my talent art reaches its maximum, I automatically enter a burst state and my concentration increases. Elemental Discharge does more damage during a burst, which is most helpful. My arts are quite special. It is particularly tricky to use my summoning arts such as Summon Bolt and Summon Flare. Let me see if I got this straight. While the elemental is summoned, it grants buffs, then dismissing it deals damage, right? Indeed, so it's best if I first support everybody else by granting buffs and then fire off an elemental at the end. Right. If you just launch an all-out attack, Ryan will probably find it hard to draw the monsters. Aggro is his job. Yes! We now have Melia, who, on first glance, is going to appear to be pretty squishy. And that is especially true, considering the fact that Melia is, squishy. Going on back, I kind of want to come over here and discover the contaminated area. For whatever reason, this location is just not given to you when you reach it for the first time. And when we find Melia, so you actually kind of do have to come back and find it on your own. It's really weird in that sense. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and follow this trail here. It does take us off towards the Nopon village that we have to go towards. We've already completed every monster quest that we needed because those things were really freaking common. I think we're missing one. I think we are missing one. Yes, the Magna X. Okay. It wasn't the Dinos enemies, although that would be a good thing to actually, fight and kill. However, the X we haven't even had a good chance to encounter up to this point. That is, until now. Yes. And this also gives me a good excuse to go over Melia and how she's played. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw up Summon Bolt. This is going to grant an Ether Up buff to everybody in the party within a certain range. And I can also stack this with Summon Flare. This will grant strength up to the entire party, which is particularly good for these two. Anyway, Spear Break knocks the enemy back. It has knockback, and it also inflicts slow when it is used, so really good there. Shadow Stitch inflicts bind. Not exactly a really useful art. In fact, this is actually one of my least favorites from Melia. Probably second only to Healing Gift. Sacrifices HP to restore party members. This is one of those arts that I don't like at all. Primarily just because Melia is already really squishy as it is. She's actually squishier than Shulk, if to be believed. I think she's even squishier than Sharla. Hypnotize, inflicts sleep. Exactly what you would expect a Hypnosis to do. Summon Aqua. We throw this up, we get regen. So yeah, pretty good. And I want to go ahead and show this off. I'm going to use a chain attack. Because Melia primarily deals damage with her talent art. And talent arts are wild cards, meaning I can use something like Sword Drive here. ×2 damage for free. Yeah, Melia is absurdly powerful in chain attacks. That's not even exaggeration at all. And it looks like I might get the chance to show off something different here. So what I'm going to want to do is I want to get to her talent gauge filled. So in order to do that, I'm just going to go in and throw up all these summons. And I'm going to do the one thing that you should never, ever, ever do with Melia. And that is art spam. Melia is, as I said, notoriously squishy. And that makes it really easy for her to get aggro. However, I'm not going to get the chance to do it during this battle. However, there's one more art we can get if we get Melia's talent gauge to max. So I kind of want to show that off. And I think this Magna X up here would be our perfect target. So I'm just going to throw up all of my elementals. And what I'm going to do, now that we are in it, we get Burst End. This will reduce the defense of any enemy in range. Not to mention, while Melia is in her burst state, any discharge is a lot more powerful. Yes, Melia is even more powerful. Yeah, that totally screams busted, yeah, it screams busted party member, doesn't it? And it should. Also, going off of her summons, they have different effects depending on which one you use. In this particular case, Summon Flare will inflict Blaze on an opponent, which is damage over time. Yeah, which is disgusting. It's actually the only one of Melia's summons that can actually inflict damage over time infliction. So yeah, that's actually a really useful one to have. Nextly, I want to go over Melia's skills. We have Serenity for our branch, which improves her agility. Pretty good for her to have, just because, well, squishy. We have Honesty. Prioritizing this will boost her crit rate. Here we get High Speed, which increases agility. Whisper of the Wind boosts wind damage. This is going to be something that is unique only to Melia, but we don't exactly have what's going to make this art, or this skill rather, pretty useful. Amplified Ether. Grants an Ether up buff at the start of battle. That is ridiculously powerful. Electric Shock boosts electric damage. With Summon Bolt being her primary attacking art, that is disgustingly good. And with Enlightenment, increases the accuracy of Ether attacks. Already, I see a really good skill branch to go for. For Serenity, we have Amplified Healing. Increases HP received from healing arts, which pretty good for a default art, or for a default skill. Considering the fact that everybody's had medium equipment up to this point, this is a great change of pace. Serenity of Water. Increases HP absorbed by water-type arts. That would basically just be Summon Aqua. Gross. Mining Master increases the chance of finding rare crystals from deposits. This is actually really good, especially in the late game. Glistening Ice extends chill duration when dealt to an enemy. Yeah, we're totally not going to find something for use out of that. And Ultimate Ether greatly increases her Ether stat. You see a trend here? Melia is absolutely disgusting at Ether. And Reliability. It will improve her physical defense. This is also pretty good because that is one of her biggest weaknesses next to her HP. Ether Awareness. What the hell? Increases Ether. Playing with Poison extends poison duration when dealt to an enemy. We don't have anything for this either, so good luck. Power of the Moon increases strength during the night. This is really an odd one, and I'm pretty sure the skill only exists to be linked with other party members because Melia herself has very little need for this skill. Largely because the only physical art that she has is Spear Break, which I guess is better than Charlotte because Charlotte doesn't even have a single physical art. So, okay, +1. Unyielding Heart prevents reduction of accuracy when tension falls. This is pretty good considering how tension works. And Ether Guard will grant immunity to Ether down debuffs. Disgustingly powerful for an Ether attacker such as Melia. However, I want to set her on Honesty because all of these skills, well, except for maybe this one, really, really good. And as much as Reliability's Ether increases, I just like the upsize to these a lot more. And moving right along, Dunban learned the new skill. Twin Swords increases the chance of a double attack. Ooh. Pair this with his current 20% chance at a double attack right now. That gives him a 40% chance for a double attack. Yeah, we got a monster in the works. Melia, I think, has a few more arts. I'm actually wrong. I'm going to go ahead and reorganize these just because this is not exactly how I'd like to have this set up. I think this is a lot better. I think this is definitely a lot better of a build for Melia. Having all of her, support moves just right here. Spear Break just right here next to the talent art. And then all of her summons just right here, ready for immediate use. Ryan, what did you get? Oh, yeah, I want this, like, now. Yeah. Also, yeah, give me back War Swing. That's just a much better art in general. Magnum Charge, I'm going to be going over at a later time, but this art is disgusting. So yeah, moving right on along. We are almost at the Nopon village. If that's to be believed. All we just gotta do is follow the trail and that ginormous ether crystal deposit. In the dead of night, this looks really beautiful. And it looks like we got some fighting ahead of us, so I'm just gonna knock this guy out. Something else that I just showed off right there. You want to actually try and finish off battles with chain attacks as much as you can. Doing that will double the experience that you gain in a fight, as well as guarantee you a slot of the party gauge every time you end a battle. So, really good to have, especially, it's just busted, is what it is. It makes it easier for you to repeat the strat, and the rewards from set strat are just better in general. So, keep that in mind for whenever you're actually, in a pinch. Unfortunately for us, we're not going to get that opportunity. So, with those two out of the way, we have another Plasma Dinos up ahead, but I think we're good enough to actually ignore these guys, just because I'm going to hug the walls over here. Yes, okay. You won't challenge me. You will, though, and I think you're going to see me. Yep. See you later, bird brain. The sad part is, most of that damage came from Sword Drive. We got a 5-star rod from that. That's actually pretty good. Also, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, our objective is this way. We're getting a lot of Ash Foxes here. And just up ahead, we can see some torches. And that pretty much just signals to us that, yeah, we are pretty much where we need to be. The Twisted Tree Gate, a landmark. So yeah, we have a new skip travel point. Really nice to have. I really like, you know, what we're coming up on. And we got a Nopon. Let's see what you gotta say, if you can. Yep. You see walkway there. If you want to go to Frontier Village, it's safe to go this way. Nopon never lie, so you can believe me. Nopon never lie. I'm gonna hold on to that one, because, my history with this franchise has more or less just taught me to trust the opposite. Especially in Xenoblade 2. Oh well, I'll probably get to that one 10 years from now. Considering this is a game that I've been wanting to play since, you know, my channel's beginning in 2020, and I'm only just now playing it, yeah, this is gonna be another 10 years. What do you have to say, good sir? You lost? Frontier Village is another direction. Everyone a little bit further inside. You have to look hard. So yeah, we're going the wrong direction. Yep, we can actually see it right over there. In fact, we can see the giant tree. Which happens to be, well, where the village is located. So first things first is that the Frontier Village, the area we're actually coming up on, was actually foreshadowed. When we climbed out of Bionis Interior, we could actually see this place. Dead serious. We could see this place all the way from, you know, the exit of Bionis Interior. But anyway, we're here now. Village entrance.
This is the entrance to Frontier Village.
So this big tree is where the Nopon live.
Ah, Bird Lady. Welcome back, Bird Lady.
I wish to speak with the village chief. Will you permit us to enter?
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I shall take you to the village chief. Follow me.
Welcome to Frontier Village. Not the one from Final Fantasy IX. No. This is actually a lot more of a peaceful place compared to that Frontier Village.
Hum hum!
Hum here! Hum here!
Hum who? Hum who?
Hum hum everywhere! Me want touch hum hum.
Me want nibble hum hum. Hum hum taste pih. Hum hum scary. Oh.
Nopon of Frontier Village. Melia Antigua has returned. I request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here. Bird Lady here.
Melia back! Bird Lady back!
Bird Lady?
My dear Melia, it's good to see you again so soon. And you look so well. And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape. But this is not my reason for coming. These Homs need your help. Will you be so kind as to listen to their request?
What could a hum hum need of me?
They require safe passage to Aerith Sea.
I see no reason to deny them. And Melia, what of you?
I have unfinished business in this region. Once these Homs are safely on their way, I shall be on mine as well. That girl. Something's troubling her.
We found her half dead and all alone. But I don't suppose she'll tell us the reason anytime soon.
Maybe we can help. I'll go and talk to her.
well, Melia's gone. That didn't last too long. Man, I always like having, you know, my magic attackers and, you know, all these RPGs. For those of you who are familiar with my Final Fantasy VI series, why the hell would you? Even I hated that series. I used magic attackers for the large majority of that game, and it served me very well. However, and yeah, in this game, the mages are really good too. Well, in this case, Melia, because she's really just the only one. But she does have her problems. And her leaving the party is probably one of them. Anyway, we got some generic quests here, and I want to go ahead and talk to them all. In the meantime, I want you guys to get familiar with this theme, with, you know, the theme of Frontier Village. It is one of my favorites. It is also, you know, one of the themes I actually go to actually, well, relax a little bit. So, here you go. Alright, with those done, we're more or less done grabbing, well, more or less generic quests here. We have an armor shop, which is really weird. Normally, we just have, you know, the normal shopkeeper. But no, this place actually has two shops. Yeah, there's one that's armor shop, and if we head on up here, we get to Ken Shopping Street, with more experience to boot, and more side quests. So, yeah, we need to knock out an enemy called the Breezy Zolos, and that's gonna bring me to something later on, but oh man, I don't like that enemy at all. We'll get into it later, but Breezy Zolos is one of my least favorite enemies. And here's another enemy. Here is another Nopon villager here with a quest on top of this really strange and bad mushroom right here. This guy wants a cool potato. I have 5 of these things. This is a Colony 9 collectible. Also pretty common ones, might I add, too. I mean, I have 5 of these things. So yeah, that already completes a Frontier Village quest. So yeah, kind of an obscure one. And right here, we have the weapon shop. So yeah, there's our second shop for you. There's the second shop for you. Anyway, on to the main meat and potatoes for Frontier Village, is that this place has so many different locations scattered so close to what we need. And, wow, right here, we got Dediba. This is the Nopon that Zazadon wanted us to go after, so let's go ahead and talk to him. You're too slow. Do you know how long it's been since I asked you to bring it? Huh? You're not the usual guy. What's going on? Dediba knows why Hom Hom brought it. Hand it over. Come on, now! I've been waiting so long for this. You do a good job to bring it to me. Now! Well, that's that. You're looking very pleased with yourself. I guess you do deserve some of the credit. What? Really? Cheers, Charla. Huh? You already finished your job. Now leave me alone. Dediba is very busy. Demanding. Sheesh. We get Panther Bottoms for that, so... we also get level ups. As if being level 36 and, you know, triggering our final evolution aside, yeah. We are just rolling around in experience in this place, and something that we should probably be going after is, I should probably head back up just to check and see. It's always a good idea to change time whenever you reach a new part of the area. And, well, more or less, see if you can find new side quests, because this place is rolling in them. Similarly, this is a primary, you know, hut and a source of, you know, side quests. Doba Doba there has a side quest. We're not going after the named NPCs right now. So, sorry, Doba Doba, but, nothing for you right now. Yeah, nothing near the shopping area over here, the weapon shop. So, we're just gonna move on up again, and we're just gonna continue, yeah, discovering new areas, because we're just gonna roll around and experience, pretty much. Yeah. There are so many locations and landmarks here to discover. And, well, there's Dunban's level up. Nothing for him here. We also can't view this heart to heart, but there's probably something here at nighttime for us, so let's go ahead and see what we can nab. We have no side quests here at the Pollen Works, just a skip travel point. Okay. So we're just back here at the middle housing level. And if I'm not mistaken, during the day, I think there's something here. Yes, you were just running around and you're just running in place in front of your friend. What are you doing? Me wanted to give flower bracelet to girlfriend, but it get eaten by Terex. It probably passed safely through guts of Terex in one piece. Must be lying somewhere near. Friends, please search for it. Ew. At least we get experience for it. Yeah, dude, we totally do look disgusted. We have to go find a bracelet that you want to give to your girlfriend that was eaten and pooped out by Terex. Yeah, that's totally not gross at all, dude. But anyway, I digress. We're moving right on along. And if we go up here, we're back here at the Pollen Works. But we can get on up here, and we will discover something different. Welcome to Ricky's house, a landmark. And there's nobody here, so, must be a pretty important guy, right? Well, let's change it to nighttime, see what we can find. Well, it's nighttime. Nothing here but a heart-to-heart. Yes, there's really nothing here for us. A shame for a guy that important. Welcome to the archaeology level. Yeah, we are not done rolling around in on all of these side quests and experience. We have another one here. The dinos. We have a dinos hook for a search quest. Okay. We're actually starting to get quite a lot of experience by this point. And with that, we got 2 more up ahead. I'm gonna nab these if these are generic. You are generic, you are not. You are something for way later down the road. Let's go ahead and grab this. Pollen ore material taken, yellow flower grove destroyed. Fought a big wriggly crawler. Friends look very strong, please do something about it. Sounds like a challenge quest. Lazy Bluco, only at night at the yellow flower grove, a place we haven't been to yet. So yeah. There's that. We're just gonna explore around a little more. Just keep on rolling in the experience. We're not getting much, mind you, but experience is still experience at the end of the day, and it's always really good to have something like that. Anyway, our objective is right there, so I kind of want to come over here, because there is a side quest. Yeah, you. I'm gonna jump down, and gimme. Being alone makes me feel lonely at night. That why me want some pets. Catch me some ash foxes. I am 1 away from being done with this, because we've been running into so many of them as of late. If you want 4 of them to cuddle, please get them for me. Yep, we're almost done there. So we'll make sure to get that on our next trek back. And moving right along, I actually want to change it to daytime. See if we can find anything around. La Lapa. Nice name. And yeah, seems like we're pretty much good to go. Let's see what's on Melia's mind.
Melia, you're welcome to come with us. Is it true? Were you alone in the forest?
That thing must be stopped by my hand. This is my pledge to those that have died.
Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
Wounded by a girl? You don't mean you're going to fight the Telethia?
How do you know of the Telethia?
When I went to collect the ether crystals, some Telethia attacked me. I managed to destroy them and get away.
You defeated Telethia? Who are you? The Monado. So that sword can...
To tell the truth, they were the Telethia spawn. Someone told me the primary Telethia is healing somewhere in the forest. It was you, wasn't it? You hurt the Telethia.
It...
Melia.
The Telethia escaped from our homeland, and I am tasked with killing it. It cannot remain free. For the sake of my people and the Nopon, it must be stopped.
Melia, we can help you defeat it if you like.
Out of pity?
No.
Why then?
It's just... I want...
Speak, Shulk, or I shall be forced to summon the Nopon chief to interpret for me.
I would like to help.
What could you possibly gain from aiding me?
I saw it. At the top of a black tower, you and I were fighting together. Fighting that faced Mekon. I also saw you fighting a huge Telethia.
It threw me the first time and all.
Forgive me, Shulk, but what are you talking about?
Shulk can see visions of the future.
See the future? And you expect me to believe this rubbish?
Believe what you want, lady. Same as I tell all the non-believers.
That'll be me then.
Oh, yeah. In any case, the only reason we got this far was because of Shulk's visions. If Shulk says he saw you in a vision, then you must be important to whatever happens next. And if you're tough enough to fight a face Mekon, you're all right in my book.
You've got my vote. A lady should not go unaccompanied onto the battlefield.
Excuse me? I am quite capable of dispatching the beast alone. I require no assistance of any kind.
My dear, I apologize, but I could not help overhearing. Their offer sounds quite reasonable. The danger extends much further than our small dwelling. Makna itself is at risk, and we shall provide you with the finest warrior of our clan.
Chief Dunga,
No need for thanks. He is the equal, if not better, of the Hom-Hom.
You do know we're listening.
The chosen Nopon hero will await you below. I shall go ahead and prepare him. Please, excuse me.
A Nopon hero? Now this I have to see.
Don't be like that. Let's meet him first.
Well, like it or not, looks like a Nopon's probably gonna be coming with us. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we're gonna meet this Nopon hero that Dunga is gonna send onto us. Dunga, that's a really funny name. But anyway, see you guys then.